Hello everybody, welcome to a James Bond special 10 car garage. Yeah, my personal collection of cars in this actual vintage old game, and I will be hosting it. Yeah, Captain Pervert, and I've got someone else called Captain Gorgeous, what is not actually knowledge of anything of James Bond at all, and I've got to explain a lot of stuff because his mum won't let him watch James Bond at all. So I'm going in that 1970s classic James Bond gadget car, and we all know it if we were born in the 70s. Yeah, the Lotus Esprit. Now this car did feature in the most popular film, or the Bond film, was The Spy Who Loves Me. Yeah, and it had Barbara Bach in it.
Oh no, don't be going there.
I'm going to be focusing on the car, not her beauty, alright? Yeah, I'm going to talk about Lotus. I mean, come on, Lotus, you should know that it's quite a good looking car. All be created by the one and only Colin Chapman. As we all know, he is Lotus. Now, he knew to win races you needed a light car, so he created the Mark 1, and skipped 5 there and created the Caterham 7, as we all know now. That lightweight, where you get wet through if you bought one and all that lot.
Just get on with it.
I am, if you let me carry on explaining, alright? Colin Chapman created, as we all know, it's a kit car, but he did that because of the tax reasons, or the tax man, and the only parts he had to really sell together, well separately, was the engine and the frame, and the dealerships just put them back together and sold them as a full-size car. But Colin Chapman wanted to create his own car, the Lotus Lorette.
You what?
The Lorette. I think I'm not pronouncing it. But he created a great evolution of the bone sashi, and he put it in his other vehicle, the Lotus Milan. That was one of the most popular little, sports cars, light, limbo. But the 70s was here, and you had the 70s styling, everything had to be a bit like pointy, a bit like Concorde, the Intercity 125, and there was Ferrari to Maserati Boomerang.
You what, a boomerang?
Yeah, a boomerang, the car, the concept car.
Alright, it's got windows like my car, that.
What do you mean your car?
Well, the producers have got me the Lamborghini Monza. I mean...
Alright, but it's James Bond. We're doing James Bond, not Lamborghini.
No, but the producers have got me a car to be in tough competition against your out-of-date Lotus.
Whoa, what do you mean out-of-date motor? What the bleeding hell's going bleeding on? What?
Shut up, you're putting me off, right? I'm trying to present my car, what my producers have sent me.
What do you mean? What do you mean my vehicle's out of date? Look how bleeding old yours is, right? That was sent in, that was shown in the Geneva Motor Show. It's a concept car. That was shown in 1967. That's even older than my car.
Yeah, well, mine looked better. Look at yours, is like a slice of cheese.
What do you mean, man? At least mine's a bleeding sports car. Look at yours, it's a bleeding family saloon car.
That's what Lamborghini wanted to do, was to have a sports car with 4 proper seats in it.
Yeah, but it's a bloody concept car. Why are you putting this on a James Bond special? You're ruining it.
Yeah, well, I'm not ruining it. Look, the producers wanted me to do this. It's too... You're just putting me off me bloody driving now. I was making me all sorts of saying stuff about my car. I mean, I've got all this fancy camera work and all this lot done on this motor, and you keep rambling on. Now shut up and let me talk about my car.
I don't want you to be talking about your bleeding car. I might be talking about bleeding my car. My car's a bleeding James Bond bleeding special, and you're bleeding showing a bleeding tractor, you know, bleeding car, aren't you?
What are you on about a tractor?
Well, you know, Lamborghini, that's what they started off with, doing tractors before his bleeding Ferrari broke down and all that lot.
Yeah, so what are you trying to get at? I mean, Garner designed this vehicle.
Who? You can't even pronounce all your names right, can you?
Well, I can put it up in writing and explain it.
What? Why?
Well, you can't pronounce names properly, can you?
What do you mean?
Well, with your speech impediment and all that lot.
Don't get all personal on my disability and all that lot. That's outrageously disgusting. I mean, bleeding out all the time. It's this our challenge, bleeding, driving up, bleeding Mount Chiliad. Why are we driving up there for in the bleeding snow? We've already done this challenge. We have a different vehicles with convertibles and all that lot. I mean, why?
Well, the producers want to do something different. It's like one of them Bond movies, for your nose only.
You what?
For your ears only, I think it is.
What are you bleeding on about?
Oh, for your mouth only, I think it's called.
Are you trying to say for your eyes only?
I knew it was some form of body part. Yeah, maybe that's it. I don't know bloody Bond, do I?
Well, why for your eyes only? I mean, the Lotus wasn't hardly in it.
Exactly, maybe that's why they want to choose it. No, they said there was like a snow scene where these motorbikes were chasing, and they got like gadget machine guns, and they thought, wouldn't that have been good having that Lotus sliding down a mountain like we are doing on Mount Chiliad?
What do you mean sliding, Dad?
Well, this is another technique we found out what this car can do.
What do you mean slide?
Yeah, well, I want to know if your stupid old Lotus can do the same.
What do you mean? What do you mean go sledging with your car? These are submarine cars. They go underwater. Why can't we do some underwater activity?
Why? I mean, this is more interesting. The producers want to do something entirely different.
Yeah, but bleeding out, how many times have we seen people driving up Mount Chiliad?
Yeah, but they haven't seen people going down sledging down Mount Chiliad in the snow.
Well, maybe. Wait on, the other day I did a challenge with my brother and I lost, didn't I?
Yeah, well, maybe that's another good reason why we're doing it for.
Well, you're right.
Well, now, I'm driving up Mount Chiliad and I might be explaining stuff about things about my motor car.
Yeah, it's got 4 seats, the shiny seats. The reflection on that would have been terrible, wouldn't it?
Well, yeah, and another thing, the windows didn't wind down.
They didn't wind down? That ain't really practical. Is it like a reject DeLorean?
Well, that's even before the DeLorean even got designed, isn't it? So don't mind criticising my car. Your car's made out of bits of all sorts, isn't it?
Right, now you leave my car out of it. My car's brilliant, or what?
Yeah, but it's that bad. It had front suspension from Mark 1 Foxtrot Cavalier. The SM, what had out of production in 1975 gearbox. I mean, bleeding out. The SX Citroen's door mirrors, so its handbrake in the wrong place, you just got caught up in it. I mean, bleeding heck. The X 1.9 Fiat bat lights, how bad is that?
Well, give up.
And it was imitating Starsky and Hutch with them alloyed wheels. I mean, that's oh gosh, that's even worse. Having them door handles from a Austin Marina. Bleeding out. It's amazing they made them. No, it's striking. And a Talbot later on. Oh, what? to the Rover ST1 backlight. Wow, a real big mix of combination of body parts or mechanical parts and a 4-cylinder 2-litre engine. What the hell was that? Maybe a sports car? It's rubbish. Give up! I don't want you. Shut up!
Don't tell me to shut up. That's not nice. That's unfair. I'm quite upset now for that. I mean, showing images like this is bringing me memories of my little corgi James Bond car, and I had the original. I had the little small one to the bigger size one, and now they bring these new ones out. I mean, when you get older, you have to get rid of your toys or something, or you think, yeah, I'm gonna get a lady, and then they make you get rid of them or something, you know. I mean, I don't experience that at all, but
yeah, you're in your 50s and still single.
So you're depressing me now. Give up. I mean, that's awful to say about that.
And you've been saying James Bond gets ladies, don't you?
Well, yeah.
When you watch it, yeah.
Well, yeah, I watch James Bond, yeah.
And you still want a lady.
Oh yeah, what? That's still trying to depress me. I mean,
alright, I'll say I'm sorry then.
Oh, you really mean that, don't you?
Well, just get on with the show.
I will, alright.
So, now it's his turn to go up Mount Chiliad.
Oh yeah. So it's my turn to actually go up bleeding Mount Chiliad, like we haven't seen this all before.
Yeah, well your car's all white and it blends in with snow, so we can't really see what your vehicle's actually doing.
Yeah, well that's what it was in the Bond movie, it was all white. Now you're having us doing a different, challenge. What's not even in the Bond movie, you got referencing it all wrong, the producers.
Yeah, well the producers want to do something different, don't they?
Alright, so I've got to go up Mount Chiliad, right? So, to come out with some facts about the Bond movie, because this is a problem about the Spy Who Loves Me, right? They had the producers, right, Cobby Broccoli and Harry Sauceman. Now this is a time when Harry Sauceman went bankrupt. Oh yes he did. He invested in a lot of maybe restaurants and collateral of James Bond in his shares and stuff. And technically they went for a big, he went bankrupt. So Cobby Broccoli took over, right? So it was now he's in charge of James Bond. But then the villain of Bond, Kevin McClory, he was started his bother again, and took him to court, saying something about, the Spy Who Loves Me now.
Well, what was he up to now?
Well, the script they wrote for the movie, he was claiming it was pleasure mission. He said he's already written it. So he took him to court, and obviously, the judge thought, you're trying it on. I mean, come on. You can create your own bleeding Bond movie, as long as it's 10 years.
Right. You do know you're saying all this information and stuff, and I don't know anything about Bond.
Well, you're learning a little bit. You know who Kevin McClory was?
Yeah, he's the main villain for James Bond.
No, that's Spectre.
Who?
Spectre.
Why, who does he inspect?
No, I'm bleeding out. I thought I was doing so well with you.
What do you mean so well with me?
I thought you'd be learning something, that's all. I mean, it's like Anthony Burgess. He got offered to write the script for Spy Who Loves Me, right? But because they couldn't really do anything with Ian Fleming's story, you could use the title, so they had to create their own, script.
Right. This doesn't mean up to me, does it?
Well, it should do. I'm trying to teach you something.
I don't care. Right?
Yeah, but, like, the writer, he was young, right? John Lentis, right? He worked with the director Guy Hamilton, right? And they wanted him to direct another Bond movie, but he didn't. They got another director, what directed another Bond movie. And Spy Who Loves Me seems very familiar.
What you mean?
Well, it's got like a ship in Spy Who Loves Me, what swallows submarines. In You Only Live Twice, it's a spaceship.
A spaceship?
Yeah, a rocket. What eats other, well, spaceship rockets and stuff.
You mean you got a rocket eating spaceships? You mean Bond went to space?
Well, yeah, Bond did go to space.
Oh, did he? Oh, right. Bit like that Fast and Furious 9 then, is it?
Well, not in a car. I mean, that'd be next made a gadget car for Bond, innit? You know, it's flying spaceship or something.
Oh, bleeding hell. It's some stupid.
No, I mean, the Bond car was great, you know. And I'm going to do this stuff.
Whoa, what are you cheating? You're going before me.
What do you mean I'm going before you? We're in bleeding separate lobbies because we were not allowed to go in the same lobby together.
Well, yeah, that's your fault, because you had me shouting at you.
No, it was your fault. You had me getting a thick ear of my mum, right?
You had me sent to the naughty corner for 50 hours nearly.
What do you mean 50 hours?
When my mum says how old I get, that's how long I have to stay in the naughty corner for. And I'm 50, and I had to stay in for 50 hours.
Don't be bloody stupid exaggerating that, right? But my mum don't mess about giving me a thick ear, right? Right? That's what some people think I've got lettuce ear, thinking I'm a boxer, and it's from my bloody mum, or what? And it's all because of you. As you can all gather, everyone, right? He got me into bother. That's why we're in separate lobbies. That's why they have us doing this our test separately.
Oh, a bit of a mouthful. Shut up!
Don't mean telling me to shut up, or what?
Well, I can. Alright.
Well, if you're allowed to just tell me to shut up, I'm allowed to change my rules in my own program.
What do you mean your program? It's mine as well.
No, it is. The producers have us both on this, or what? And you've been interrupting the James Bond, right? You don't know bugger all about Bond because your mummy won't let you bleeding watch James Bond because you might get scared.
What do you mean I'll get scared of James Bond? I don't even know what happens in James Bond.
Well, you know it's a British secret spy.
Yeah, I can gather some form of basics of it. It's like that Kevin McClory is the main villain.
I said it's Spectre. It's James Bond's half brother, and he calls him a cuckoo.
What do you mean he calls him a cuckoo?
Well, he does, you know, later on in the Bond movies, and he's called them Elsa's Blofeld or something.
Right.
It's like the villain in this movie. It might be Blofeld, right? But they had to change it to, you know, Strongbird, right? Somebody else wanted to live under the sea and something, right?
Right. Why do you want to live under the sea? Was he a mermaid?
Well, he had webbed fingers, but you don't really see him very well in the movie.
Right.
He's got a henchman working for him as Jaws, right? Played by Richard Kill, right? And he's got these metal teeth. I think he's been like overfeeding him with cake, and he's got these false metal teeth, and he bites people, and he eats his pet shark, Strongberg's shark, and all.
He eats a shark?
Yeah, raw.
Raw? Not even cook it?
No.
And you're saying it was somebody's pet shark?
Yeah. And I always wanted this guy to be a good guy and team up with Bond. Even it was written in the back that it was some horror character. I mean, that's one thing about Spy Who Loves Me. He had that written in the title, and Kevin McClure, and anything else that couldn't incorporate anything in that story.
Right, and you're whittering on about stuff I don't know.
Well, it's big court procedures it went through. I mean, it just held the movie up. I mean, I've got to show you a clip about Jaws, and you just see what I mean. I mean, a lot of people complain about us 70s kids back in the time about the character Jaws, that we wanted him to be come a good guy.
And what is he? A contract killer, you said? Some a henchman?
Yeah, he is. He's a contract killer, and he eats people or bites them and all that lot, like a vampire.
And you want it to be a good guy? This guy, a big good guy? That big scary guy?
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, because we did.
What do you mean we, or just you?
No, there wasn't just me, was just a fan. I mean, there's other people as well. I mean, I've got to show you a clip. You might like the dude, and you can understand.
Well, I might as well, because you've won the challenge. I think you got further at me, because I'm stuck.
Wait on. That car got a boost on it.
Yeah, it's cool.
Oh, bleeding out, I want one of them.
I bet you do. Now what's going on? Hey, what's this? This looks familiar.
Oh, they put a clip on there. They've clipped finally, putting a clip on. This is the Lotus bit in this film, Spy Who Loves Me, right?
Right. What about that other film with the body part?
You mean for your eyes only? No, right. This is from. This is the major chase. You can see the first time you see the Lotus Esprit, right? Or Bond, right? It's a gadget car, right?
Right.
So it's going to get pursued by a motorcycle, a sidecar.
I can see that. So they're having a bit of a chin wag.
That's probably right, you know.
Oh, no, alright, okay, fair enough. Now what's going on?
Well, I better go through my money off my DVD cover on my back, right? Right, the thing is, now you're going on the chase with the motorcycle. Now you do realise that they needed a second car of the Lotus.
Right.
I was dealing with a gentleman called Don McLaughlin, and so he said, but we don't have a second one. You know, we only make, so many a week. So I said, well, the chairman's got one. He said, but it's the chairman. So I said, well, ask him. So, of course, Colin Chapman was absolutely delighted that we wanted his car.
I wonder if he'll been delighted getting these bleeding door handles. I mean, how many times he used to strike them Austin Marina workmen.
I mean, they must have made quite a few of them. I mean, they had fastbacks to estates, to saloons, to pickup trucks, to camper vans as well. Anyhow, back to the clip.
James, that motorcycle has been
following us for the last mile.
How can you tell that somebody's been following you for half a mile? I mean, it's a straight road. I've noticed that place. It's Sardinia, isn't it? I mean, are they on the SP49 or the SP55 or the 125 SS?
I mean, I don't know.
I did a review on that. What the hell's going on now?
Well, you see that sidecar?
What the hell's that? Something like Wallace and Gromit, did it?
But don't be criticising it.
Really, that's a close call, but what the hell's that doing? Right, that's blown up, right? So what's happening with this guy? Where's the incoming truck? Where's that gone?
I don't know.
That doesn't make sense. What happened to the incoming truck? That's disappeared. What was that? All them feathers. No, that's far. How's it going to catch a whole load of feathers? Now what's happening?
Then there was the chase sequence. I gather that's a very long sequence.
Well, the whole sequence, the underwater and the chase on land, takes about 9 minutes, which probably makes it one of the longest chases, I should think, in film history.
Now, how long did that all take to shoot?
Well, The shooting is not the whole point of it, it's the planning of the thing really that takes the time. I mean, I suppose we were planning this chase for at least 9 months beforehand. The actual chase and the...
Yeah, let's get back to the clip, yeah. This is a bit where he's getting chased by Jaws, and this is a bit what we're all like, because he's indestructible when James Bond uses his cement mixer gadget.
You what?
Oh yeah, he's got like a cement mixer in the back of that Lotus.
Thought the engine was in the back of the Lotus. Now he's got a cement mixer in it.
Yeah, it shoots cement. Look, just watch this bit, right?
What? He's got a cement mixer in the back of the car? Stupid!
What about the armament? On the film clip earlier on, it was giving some stuff out of the back.
Well, that's when it's on land. Of course, it's a totally... It is then almost like a normal Lotus, except at the back. It's able to squirt cement at the ends from the back. In other words, 4 guns come out of the back, and it's able to squirt this cement at people's windshields. Which is, you know, I've often thought I would like that when I'm cut up on the road sometime, to have something like that.
Now, in the best Bond tradition, it's also got a computer inside with a targeting system, hasn't it?
Yeah, same thing, which a lot of submarines have, of course. I hope I'm not giving away any top secrets. But it is computerised on the inside to fire these rockets, you see, and it's able to see through periscopes and see aircraft up above, and it's able to fire these rockets out of the car at the aircraft above.
Well, we're all lucky enough to be able to see the car today. When can we see the picture?
Well, I think it opens July the 7th. The opening of the film in England is July the 7th. Yeah. And if you can get to New York, you can see it again about July the 21st.
A bleeding cement mixer squirted on windscreens. How stupid. Now what's going on? A guy drinking. Oh, right, it's crossing his roof. Right, they're all dead now, aren't they?
Yeah, wait a minute, right? Our hero Jaws, yeah, he's indestructible.
And why is he indestructible? Because he's got metal teeth, he can't die.
I mean, it could be a good possibility, that, yeah.
Now, Bond pictures are renowned for their ability to spend money. Indeed, behind us is the largest stage in the world, created just for this picture. When the black car, for instance, goes over the edge, is that a real car?
Yes, again, it's a real car. I mean, the whole chase, of course, is with real cars. Again, they had to take the engine out of the black car, and then they put that over the side, over the cliff, with the same method. They catapulted over the edge. And you just hope it's going to fall into place that you want it to.
Now, for all the people at home who can't even afford a new set of tyres, they own a car, wouldn't it have been easier to make a mock-up, or would it in fact have been more expensive than buying the whole thing?
It's more expensive really to do a mock-up. It's a difficult thing to mock up a car that's going to do things, you know. I mean, it's much easier to take a car that's in production and
destroy it.
Yeah, well, they don't destroy it because Lotus help us out with things that we want in the car, you know. So.
What's happening now?
Well, Caroline Munro is going to be pursuing Bond in a helicopter, shooting at machine guns and all that lot.
Who's she?
Well, she's famous in the Earth's Core, Doug McClaw, or Star Crash or something. It's like a rip-off of Star Wars. Sinbad, you know, with her cleavage and all that lot.
What do you mean?
Well, she's very popular. I mean, she's really, really naughty in this Bond movie. I mean, she's like giving out a little cheeky little wink to Bond, you know. Alright there, love, and she's trying to shoot him with machine guns.
Should put missiles on the helicopter, shouldn't she?
Now it'll make it a lot easier if she had missiles. That'd be good with explosions. Anyhow, she's a famous model, British model, right? But, you know, come on, you gotta think about it. James Bond's got Barbara Bart sitting next to him, hasn't he? So, you know, it's just really disposable.
What do you mean she's disposable?
Well, you want to see what naughty little Bond...
Oh, wait on, I know that place. It's got a tree, what's got, that concrete beam, it's got a tree there now.
Why would we be bothered about a bleeding tree?
I thought it'd be interesting.
Well, we're not on about your bleeding holidays, we're talking about Bond.
Right?
Well, bleeding now. Well, this is a gut bit, right? This is where Bond is trying out and move this thing. The driver was a bit worried about doing that shot, driving under the actual helicopter. But this is the most famous scene what created Transformers.
What do you mean Transformers and that?
Well, nobody didn't have any toys would transform into something else. This inspired it. The submarine car.
We already know that we're driving submarine cars.
Now, in that clip we've just seen, when the car takes off and goes into the water...
Real Lotus, actually, but it was the crossover. There was nobody in it. There were dummies in it. The Lotus was catapulted. In fact, there was no engine in it.
I know you say it was a real Lotus. Did it get wrecked?
Well, no. When I say it was a real Lotus, they actually take the engine out, so that being catapulted, it needs to be lightweight.
That's true. I suppose it would.
And it was shot off by catapult, in fact.
Is that why they wanted to borrow a second car to take the engine out and blast it in the water?
Yeah, it could have been Colin Chapman's car, actually, but they would have got air dry and dried it out and all that lot.
Don't be telling what's going on now.
Well, I know you're not a technical man, and I know this is a very far from standard model, but can you tell us some of the things that James Bond's Lotus can do?
Well, the main thing that this car does is to turn itself into a submarine, which is pretty unique, but there aren't many cars that can do that. And this car manages it. I mean, the whole inside converts to the controls of a submarine. It tells you how deep you are, it's able to fire rockets, the same way as a nuclear submarine does from underneath the water, and shoot it out of the top.
So it's surface-to-air missiles or
it has surface-to-air missiles as a submarine, yes, and then of course it's able to take avoiding action, because an engine comes out of the back and so on.
It's time we said goodbye to an uninvited guest.
Yeah, this is why I get rid of Caroline Munro now. Famous scene of missiles and all that lot.
Alright, so what's this idea you got in your head that would create Transformers?
Well, it's the first time we ever see a toy transform into something else, isn't it? But this is the first time you see a movie what does that. And I think back in 1977, I think that inspiration in the 80s Transformers.
A very special car for a very special film, directed by a very special man, Mr. Gilbert.
Oh,
Sorry I was a little late on your cue there.
no, you were quite good actually. You did very well coming around that corner.
Now, you've given him a Lotus for the latest Bond film. What was wrong with the old Aston?
Well, there was nothing wrong with the old Aston actually, but Lotus is really a car for today, isn't it? I mean, or tomorrow, and Bond films are about today and tomorrow.
All right.
Yesterday, you know.
Alright, well now this one is fitted out like a kind of strategic nuclear weapon, isn't it? Did you just have the one car for all those effects?
Well, no, because really there are so many effects in this car that I don't think it could be embodied in a real car that Lotus is, so we had to have, obviously, 3 or 4 cars doing different things.
Submarines and...
Yes, I mean, the basic thing that this car really turns into a submarine, you know, and which, incidentally, if you go to buy a Lotus, don't try diving into water because it may not happen for you.
You're not in production.
No, they're not in production. This is the only one that is a submarine.
So, yeah, James Bond's left alone with Barbara Bach and all that lot, and they have this lovely romantic scenery of under the ocean and that.
And it's a 2-seater car, not like a 4-seater like mine, you know, you could take the family, couldn't you?
What's about your bleeding car, right? I mean, this is a great, lovely scene. I mean, it was filmed in a different location. That was a bit of model work because they weren't picking stuff stones.
You can tell that's a model work, I mean, whatever that thing might be.
Or that's the bad guy's lair. That is Strongbird's hiding place.
It's not that hiding, it's sticking out in the water.
Yeah, but most of it goes underwater, right?
What's going on now?
Well, Bond's gonna peep out through the window and see their diabolical plan.
What do you mean they've got a window under the ocean for people to spy on them?
Well, he is a spy, and that's how he knows what they're getting up to. You know, he's got a window.
How convenient is that? So what's going on now?
Well, obviously, they must have some form of security, and they're like, hey, I've got somebody watching us. So they're chasing, a car underwater, aren't they?
Well, yeah, I suppose, well, they're shooting missiles at it, yeah, okay. So, alright, right, oh, there's more gadgets.
Yeah, well, the obvious.
Why didn't they have missiles on land as well? That would be a bit easier, no, wouldn't it? I mean, well, alright, they've got their own submarine, but it looks a bit better. I mean, leading that, how would you claim your insurance if you got run over by a car under the ocean if you was a professional diver?
I don't think bad guys have insurance and all that, look, they're quite easily disposed of in James Bond world.
Alright, so Wait on, he's using his indicators, them indicators.
Alright, give up rubbing it in about them, them back lights from here. Alright.
So it's using some secret gadget, and she's playing with the buttons now.
Oh yeah, there's a reason why she knows where all these gadgets are.
Right, why?
Because she stole the blueprints 2 years ago.
Right, okay.
I stole the blueprints of the
Explains
car
it
2
there.
years ago.
So yeah.
Okay, now what's going to happen?
Well, obviously the car's leaking and it's going to sink, so they've got to get out of the water, ain't they? Now, this is a famous scene. It started a trend of another actor.
Right, another actor.
And he's well known in 3 other James Bond movies, right, as a famous alcoholic. Right, it'd be showing the clip. There he is. That's the bloke. You've got to keep spot out for that bloke in Moonraker, and your eyes only as well.
So is he like a major character in the Bond movies then?
Well, no, just an alcoholic, that's all.
A alcoholic or something?
Yeah, going on holiday and that we just see him drinking.
Right, that seems irrelevant, doesn't it?
Well, that's the actor anyhow.
Alright.
So Bond's actually driving out the water, and they actually had to tow that car out. I mean, that's how they did it.
Right. Didn't think that. Well, he's throwing a fish out. How did that get in the car?
I don't know, but it makes it seem funny, doesn't it?
Seems stupid.
No, it's not stupid. It's trying to give that illusion of that sort of formerly good gadget car. I mean, alright, it's not like you're driving on top of the water or anything, but it's a submarine, it comes down to the beach, and it's just a bit of humour. That's all they did it for.
Well, it seems silly, doesn't it?
Well, it's like this guy, they saw a image of a magazine of this guy jumping off a cliff on skis, and he didn't actually do it, it was just fake. But he did. They actually said I can actually do the stunt, but they had a very hard time. I mean, doing it because whether the location, it was just had bad weather, and everybody thought you were going to chicken out. And they had this good comical gag that he was going to jump with a parachute with a Union Jack on. Well, I've got to actually try it, and so I've actually gone out and bought myself a Lamborghini Monza, as we all know from the real thing, that concept car. So, actually doing it up.
Are you actually reviewing my car?
No, I'm doing my car now.
I thought you were doing a James Bond special with your Lotus.
Well, yeah, but I want to know how this stiff competition vehicle compares against my mighty Lotus. I mean, I'm gonna pick a colour first for this Lamborghini. Now, the guy what had a Ferrari, what created Lamborghini, because he had a Ferrari and it broke down, and he took it to complain because it's under warranty, and he's saying he's got certain bits of like my tractor.
Did that what Lamborghini did?
Yeah, he complained to Ferrari, and then he says, well, if you're that good enough, build your own sports car. And then he says, well, it is, turns out, isn't it? Lamborghini's competition against Ferrari, and now it's a competition against Lotus on the James Bond movie. I mean, they've never had Lamborghini in a Bond classic movie, have they really?
I thought you said they had one in the Fall Guy.
Oh yeah, but not many people know that. Anyhow, I'm driving up Mount Chiliad, right, in this Lamborghini, and it's got a boost button. And what if they fast forward it and all that lot?
And we've already seen how good this vehicle can get up Mount Chiliad when my driving.
Yeah, well, I'm driving. I'm the better driver, than you.
You're a better driver than me.
Well, I am. Oh, well, sort of. I mean, there's something wrong with this car. I'd say this is how bad it is.
I didn't have that problem. You've been pressing boost. I knew it. You'd be so egotistic to try that boost out.
I mean, yeah, I can't help it. Well, I mean, what's the point of having it? I mean, boosting me up to the Mount Chiliad. Anyway, as you can notice, everyone, we're fast forwarding it.
Yeah, because it's a bit boring, isn't it?
It's boring, yeah, because you.
No, we ain't. Fast forward it because we've already done it, right? And obviously you're doing it all over again.
Well, it's not my bleeding fault and I've got to do it again.
Yeah, because you keep pressing boost. But don't be pressing it.
Alright, but I can't help it. It's a lot of fun, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I've got to admit, yeah, it is a lot of fun pressing that boost button. I mean, it's a lot of money, everyone, to have that car, but
it's a lot of fun, I've got to admit. Now, see, that it's like the same as my bunk car, you know. I mean, I'm doing it from here, you know, going sledging from here. I can't wait to try the boost button.
yeah, you keep doing it all the time. Oh, yep.
I like it. Like, it's great at flying. I mean, it's great sliding out snow and all that lot. I mean, it's brilliant. I mean, I gotta admit, I gotta like it.
So you like it better than your Bond car then?
No, well, I can't be saying that. I mean, it's like a James Bond car, but it is like Rockstar have created a bit of a, I don't know, a different version of it.
Well, it's my go in his Lotus, because I'm not buying one, I'm using his.
Yeah, because, well, I'm bleeding out, you bleeding crashed it there.
Well, yeah, I know, it's rubbish, isn't it? That's why.
That Lotus is not that rubbish. I mean, this car's quite fun. You know, you got it on your merry way there, ain't you?
Well, yeah, I know I have.
I mean, yeah, it is a lot of fun sliding down there.
Well, yeah, it will be, won't it? I mean, I got to admit, I had a lot of fun actually driving that car.
Well, yeah, not true.
So, why is the Lotus white? Because it's hard with this week being snowing and that.
Well, it was a cinematographer, Claude Magloire, I think it was his name, well, actually picked that vehicle. I think he was a Vanishing Point fan. I mean, that's how popular Vanishing Point was.
Oh, we're on that subject, Vanishing Point.
Now we're sticking with Bond, or what?
Alright, you don't have to bite me head off.
Yeah, but the thing is, right, I'm trying to get out all this information. You know, we just had Lewis Gilbert, right, the director, explaining a lot of stuff, what he did in The Spy Who Loves Me. But he did do the first Bond film he did was You Only Live Twice, and they had this giant set, like looking like a volcano, created by Ken Adams, and he did the same. But this time he said, instead of building like a giant set and they had to take it all down, why don't I build a big movie studio and build a set inside it? And it was the biggest one in the world.
Okay.
But the problem was, he didn't know how to light it and all that lot.
Right.
So he got a very famous director, and I bet you can't guess who it was.
Oh, I wouldn't know, right?
Well, I bet you can't.
Just said. And I have to say it again.
Yeah, but I want to know if you know who the director is.
What, to just do some boxy lighting in the studio?
What that much of a boxy lighting? What, this is a famous director. He did these films. I mean, are you going through them all, aren't I?
I've still got a foggy ace.
You don't know much, do you?
I don't know much about Bond, and now you mention another director. Did he do a Bond movie?
No, you can tell what the images.
No, I can't tell by the images. I don't know him.
Well, that director is Stanley Kubrick, right? That's the driver in Spy Who Loves Me.
Right, that was just previously random.
Well, yeah, because I did a spare picture, that's why.
Right, so here I am driving up Mount Chiliad.
And I'm sliding down. So I'll give you a bit more about, you know, The Spy Who Loves Me, right? Had that James Bond set specially built, right? We're not going to design any volcano sets. They built a set for, you know, for all the time for Bond, right? but they rent the big, well, it's the most giant, largest set in the whole wide world. So there was quite a few films being made. Now, unfortunately, Tom Cruise, right, and we all know he's a little bugger lugs, isn't he? You know, doing his handstands and all that lot. Quite a disaster. He did a film called Legend, right, and that movie was like done like a forest, and they had real wild animals like pigeons, and somehow these animals must have set fire to the James Bond set, and it burnt down in like 1985, I think it was, right? I mean, it was Ridley Scott's movie, I mean, but it was a bit of a flop.
Right, so now you're talking about Bond to talking about another movie.
Well, I'm talking about the set technically, right? Because he had like this character, Tim Curry, like the devil and all that lot.
So you're saying this movie was like...
well, it was horrible, because it's always going to be a legend of burning down the James Bond set. But they did rebuild it later on for Roger Moore's latest outing in A View to a Kill, where Christopher Walker machine guns innocent little miners.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, that's one interesting Bond film.
And what special car does he drive in that one?
A Renault 11.
A Renault 11?
Yeah, you heard me right. Yeah, a Renault 11.
Right, because somebody said it so many times, haven't we?
Well, at least we haven't said it like 11 times, have we?
Yeah, right, very funny. So here I am driving up Mount Chiliad, and you're sliding down it, having fun. Because you got to believe it. Yeah, you know very well that you actually like that Lamborghini, don't you?
Oh, what might be?
Well, I don't like this car because all it is, the steering on this is absolutely a nightmare.
What do you mean it's a nightmare? I managed to drive up there alright.
Yeah, well, it's underpowered and it's awful. I mean, it's just struggling to get up here.
But it's doing it though, isn't it? I mean, it could be worse. It could be like in that Fiat 500 or something.
Well, yeah, maybe, but look, everyone, if you wanted to buy a car, don't buy this one. I mean, I cannot hardly stay. Look, I mean, it's just going off. I mean, lucky enough, I managed to get it up top of here, like.
Well, yeah,
but look, how many 3-point turns? It's like a 60-point turn or something that I'm doing just to get it back on that narrow, crevice or whatever you want to class it as on, Mount Chiliad.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, yeah, come on, it is a good card though. I mean, it gives me memories, of Bond.
You mean that pathetic bit with, oh, well, you're at the bottom now, aren't you?
Yeah, I've done it. I mean, that's, yeah, it is good. It's with the boost and all that lot. I mean, I had difficult getting up this bit, damn me.
Yeah, because it's like a slice of cheese. It's very pointy and that, isn't it? I mean, I don't think I'm going to get this vehicle up there myself. I mean, it's just struggling. It's its nose bits just touching them steps. It's rubbish.
Don't be criticising the motor that way. Come on, it's not bad. It was the first submarine car on the game.
Well, yeah. So on that note, I'm getting sick and tired on this. So why don't I just end the show? Because we've already done this.
Oh, come on, see if you can get up there.
Well, right, I'm trying. He ain't got enough power and all that lot. I'm just sick of it. I mean, that's it. I've had enough. Right, I'm getting out. I mean, you've had fun sliding down.
So, on that note, as you see, this little girl is saying goodbye. That means the show is coming to an end.
So we need something sarcastic, don't we?
So, on that flat tyre, it's time to end the show.